How's it going, guys? Bobby here, and welcome to the first match of the Duel Terminal Championship Elimination Round, Shaddoll versus Zing. Now, I thought I might start doing a bit of free-form commentary on these ones, seeing we're coming up to the end here, and I thought it might be nice just to get my thoughts and stuff, so I'm going to be commentating all the way through. It's going to be hard to do a play-by-play, of course, because it's only replays, which means they go very, very quickly. But other than that, it should be good. And I hope you guys enjoy it. We'll try and keep the preamble a bit shorter in the next 8 duels after this, but it should be interesting to see who comes out on top. As you notice, the top 4 decks is it top 4? Yeah, the top 4 decks on the top of the tree are all Gen 3 decks, so all the lower Gen decks are at the bottom, so they've got a good chance of getting quite far. But it's hard to predict who's going to win between Shaddoll and Zing. We're just going to have to find out. So without further ado, let's get into the first game, shall we? So we opened up pretty fucking poorly. I'm playing Shaddoll's on my side. We're opening pretty poorly. We've got no Shaddoll fusion. No, nothing like that. It doesn't look like Zing have opened up much better, to be honest. But they've got a play starter. And now they've got their Jiaotou, which means they can really go off. Go into the charge warrior for a draw and Crystal Wing, which is going to be a huge problem for us. We've got none of our components for our ritual summon or anything like that, which is a problem, so we're just trying to force some draws to try and get some resources we could actually use, like a Shaddoll fusion or an L Shaddoll fusion or our ritual or pre-preparation of rites, so just about anything would be nice. There's the pre-prep, but it's a bit late with the Crystal Wing on the field now. It's going to be very hard to deal with at this point. We're really low on life points. Trying to bait out the Crystal Wing's effect. So we can actually deal with the Crystal Wing here. He had to do something. He was going to go down one way or another, so he had to pick which one he was going to take out. We got the Taboos on the field. Unfortunately, he does have the Soul Charge in hand, as well as a 9 Pillars, or 9 Branches, or whatever the fuck it's called now. I don't really remember. Because he's going to try and bring back the Crystal Wing. I flip up the potted Taboos, but unfortunately he can negate it with his Crystal Wing, so I guess we're just going to have to live with that. The Yazi pops itself to pop our Tatare, and then he's just going to go off with a Herald of Arc Light for extra negation. We're pretty much screwed at this point. There's not much we can actually do to combat them now. With that much negation on the board, they're in a very commanding position. Shaddoll's can recover well, but with that much negation, it's... and he's got, of course, the 9 branches in the back as well, for just that extra layer of protection. Yeah, there's pretty much nothing we can do about it at this point. We're just going to have to ride it out. There's not really any way around that. Even if we drew a Raigeki, it wouldn't save us. So this one is obviously going to go to Zing. Let's see what happens in the next game, shall we? On to game 2. Alright, once again we have drawn badly. We do have a fusion card at least. So we're gonna search off of that. We got the Taboos. We got the El Shaddoll fusion. We're gonna go into a Squamata. Not a Squamata. Don't know what I'm saying there. A Shikinaga. And the Boxia comes out. Shikinaga's gonna negate, which is gonna cost us our Shaddoll fusion, which is unfortunate, but I think it was worth it. We drew another one. So that's pretty good. We're in a reasonably good position here. We've got huge card advantage. We've got Shikinaga with 1 negate available. Though he does have the 9 branches, which will out... And he's got 2 of the 9 branches, which is going to outspeed our Shikinaga's ability anyway. So that 9 branches was an absolutely amazing card for them to add to the deck. It is absolutely astoundingly good support. Zing are definitely a force to be reckoned with at this point. He still hasn't really got much, but he does have all that negation. He's going to negate our Twin Twister to save his other one. Fortunately, he doesn't get the search off of. He doesn't get to summon off of the. I forgot what it's called. Tatooine? Is it Tatooine? I don't remember. You know the one I'm talking about. Level 5. Unfortunately, they can just... If they draw one monster, they can just stick it on the field and start floating away. Just float, float, float all day long. And that Raigeki has pretty much killed us. That was absolutely devastating. Oh, he's going into the new one. He's going for the path. It's just going to sit on that. I think it's got 3300 defense, so it's not that easy to deal with at this point. Alright, the Boxier comes out. So there goes my whole field. We are absolutely hammered at this point. Got very limited ways to recover from this. I'm not sure why I didn't use Shaddoll Fusion. At this point, I could have just gone Shaddoll Fusion into... Actually, I don't know what I could have gone into. I don't run the water one, so that's it. Okay, so we got the bonus game, but that is a clear and decisive victory for Yang Zing's. There was not really any way around that. They just had the consistency that we don't have. Shaddolls just don't have that consistency that they had before the ban list wrecked them. Trying to rely on the ritual monster to keep the engine running. It's good, but it's not, it's not perfect. We're going to the lightning, but unfortunately the warning comes down. That was going to be a good way to stop the floating, but that was unfortunate. And he just has all the outs. He just has all the outs to everything that we can do, so... And, yep. Tatui's going to be Yazi. Okay. Yazi's going to smack us. We're pretty much ruined at this point. Drawing too much of the ritual monster stuff without actually being able to summon the ritual monster. And he's going to blow us away. The Chi Wind's coming out. The creation goes off. It's all hell breaking loose right now. Now he misplayed here. He said that it was a misplay. He was meant to go into Crystal Wing, not the Buxia, but I guess in the long run it's not going to matter. So that is it. They also destroy Shaddolls in the bonus game, so a very decisive victory. In this particular instance, Yang Zing destroyed them, and Yang Zing will be up against Infernoid next, so it should be interesting. With that victory, that means that Shaddoll is out, and Yang Zing move on to the next match against Infernoid. That should be an interesting game, and it's going to be hard to call, but Yang Zing definitely dominated in that match, so they might do it again. Who knows? It's hard to tell, but thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next game.